Hey, ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about 86 episode 2. And honestly, this episode got me a lot more into this series. I'm starting to really enjoy it. I have high hopes. Hopefully, it's gonna keep being this good. At least to sum it up a bit, I'm very intrigued after this episode, and honestly, I want more. I'm also happy we're gonna get a second core for it, but this episode got me a lot more invested into the series after episode 1. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, after the way last episode ended with Lena finally making contact with Shin, first episode we get a bit more of the side of Spearhead, the unit, how they operate. We meet some new characters part of the unit, also one of them being Aldrecht, who was very mad that Shin kept smashing the machines that they were using to fight, but also get more information about Shin, and especially his Undertaker call sign, so to say, because all of them have call signs into the unit. And I gotta say, I like the logos quite a lot, especially Shin's one with that shovel. Looks so good, honestly. And he decides to use Cujo's machine, the guy that died last episode. You see, he has mementos, how much he keeps carrying with him from all of those who have died in the past. So he likes to remember them and kind of keeps that weight. And I feel like he blames himself for losing so many people. You see him being so serious, stoic, a man of very few words, but he cares a lot for those who serve under him, and that's why he's so loved, especially even the ones in the unit willing to die with him and by his hand. He kind of makes their passing away a bit easier, if you can call it that. Now, also get more into fights, and the scenes were pretty damn good, fighting those Legion robots things, units that they came in attacking. And I liked how they described it. Rain is coming. And I felt like it was a biblical locust swarm over there, but it was just jamming insects of nano insects of something. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that name. Ain't Fliege or something. So flies, EMP flies, so to say. I'm gonna call them that. And also some shepherds are not there, so there's bigger units that could probably control the smaller ones. Jammers also, a maze, Growlf, a lot of unit names. Now, they are very capable, as in the Spearhead unit. They were ready before Lena even made contact to them to get ready for the attack. They were already in there, they had their plans already equipped in their units, so they're probably the most capable unit they have right now. And we got an awesome fight scenes over there, Michael Bay explosions going all over the place. But Shin kind of likes to be in control. He doesn't really pay attention to what the handlers are saying. Lena had a different plan with how to intercept that attack. He had a different one, and he mostly went with what he wanted to do. So they really have zero faith in the handlers, no matter if they're a good handler or a bad handler. Now, I know the overall thing is that they're being treated like trash, not even humans, and I'll get more into that. But I'm also curious if something more happened with their first handlers, between them, with them not even listening to orders, let alone respecting the handlers when they don't deserve respect. Lena's gonna be the exceptions, of course. Exception, my bad. Since she's gonna be the main female character alongside the male one, Shin. But now they win that fight, and Shin proves why he's the Undertaker, the ace of everything. He takes control of a bunch of units alone over there. Kinda going solo, honestly. He's very capable, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. He had the confidence to do that. He did it. But also, I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing. He might get overwhelmed I feel like he did it mostly not to put anybody else in danger, because of how much he cares for the people that died. He wanted to take the full responsibility to have as less people in danger as he possibly could. He even chastised the Lena bit, telling her to keep the communications to a minimum to not give away their position. But yeah, they win the fight, or so to say, they stop the attack. Now, the first part was just to show the capabilities of the spearhead unit. Now, the second part was a lot more interesting, at least for me, because we get a bit of the history of the world, the war especially, and we find out the war started 9 years ago, and it was declared on Magnolia, their country of the Republic, by the Empire of Jihad. But the Legion, the machines, the AI thing they created, took over and wiped them out. That's what they were teaching in that lecture, which Lena was also present. The teacher was telling the new cadets. But before I get into the full story, I don't know, is it that simple? Because I feel like the Republic might be hiding something a lot more, since they're also lying about the humans that are inside those machines. They're not treating them as humans. But is it this simple that just a rogue AI or malfunctioning something destroyed the Empire and now is just attacking them? It's also supposed to stop in 2 years, so it's a time limited war. I'm hoping there's a lot more to it, honestly, because if it is this simple, I'm gonna be a bit disappointed, honestly. But I'm leaning more towards there being something more. I don't want spoilers. If you have read the source material, just don't tell me anything. I want to be pleasantly surprised, so to say. And now we have Lena, and I like her quite a lot after this moment, because she speaks out against what the teacher was telling the cadets over there about there actually being casualties in those Juggernaut units, kind of revealing the truth to them. Even though the cadets didn't really took to her sides, there's a lot of brainwashing and conditioning of how they're treating the 86 district. And the reason for that is when the war started, they got overwhelmed. The Republic, their army got overwhelmed, so they created the Wartime Act. It's a longer name, honestly, but they stripped citizenship or rights from those who didn't have white hair and the eyes. Oh yeah, that explains a lot of things, why the white haired ones are the elites, so to say, and the normal hair ones are the outcasts, or just the spare parts they're using in their war. But while Lena was going off, there was this guy in the background who was just looking at her, and I feel like he's gonna be a bit important moving forward. I don't know, is he gonna be a good guy? Is he gonna be a bad guy? I'm leaning a bit more towards a bad guy, but hey, you never know, the mysterious character. And I like the teacher, poor guy. Went a bit mad over there and scared about what Lena was talking. And like I said, the cadets aren't really open-minded, so to say. They have their worldview, they're content to sticking to it. And Lena apparently also went at some point on the battlefield, didn't fight, but she saw the actual battlefield, so not just staying behind a screen. Has some minor experience, if you can call it. I'm curious why she went there. I would love to know more about her past, why exactly she went there. How is she the exception to all of the others treating the 86ers as trash? Is she just genuinely a good person? Is it that simple, or something happened in her past, especially with her father, that made her have this world view, so to say? And she also wants to change the Republic. Now, that's a very big goal, but who knows? She might be able to do it with Shin. And maybe this Legion thing, the AI, might come in into the mix so to say. But she also puts a lot of pressure on her uncle to protect her from everything she's doing. Jerome, the uncle, he kind of got thrown under the bus for what she did in that lecture over there. I don't know if he's gonna be able to, or for how much longer is he gonna be able to protect her. But yeah, honestly, like I said, this episode was a lot more interesting than the first one, but also get different scene towards the end, so to say. Her blushing a bit, feeling she kind of starts liking Shin, talking to him every night, so to say. Even Annette, her friend there, got a bit suspicious. There might be some romance brewing between them, is kind of pointing towards all of that. And she was getting very curious about the reports. I'll get to that also. The reports are kind of useless in the battles, but also have another spearhead focused scene in the episode. They were killing time in their own words, enjoying after the battle, relaxing a bit, shooting cans to see who's the best, and Shin just obliterated them, not even had to stand up. But the conversation between them, especially Raiden and Shin, thinking, how much longer is Lena gonna last? Now, are they gonna do something to her the way they've been handling all of the other handlers? Is she just gonna crumble under the pressure? I don't know, but I have a feeling she's gonna last longer. They're gonna start understanding each other a lot more. But I'm also very curious why or how they're going through so many handlers. Honestly, why isn't anybody at the top just doing something about it? Is it just because they're delivering, actually providing results, stopping the attacks, that they're kind of left to their own devices a bit in the way they're handling the handlers? I don't know. Anju, also one of the girls in the unit, kind of allows us to find out more about Shin. He likes to read to take his mind off of things. And Lena proved that she's not just innocent, so to say, or a goody two-shoe, because she actually scolded Shin about the reports because they were all the same. He wasn't bothering actually filling proper reports because they weren't even taken into consideration. Like, why? You're getting attacked. Is this war meaning so little to them? Like, they're not even faced, they don't even read the battle reports. Maybe something's different, maybe that AI is doing something else. I don't know. I can't place my finger why. So she wanted proper reports and he kind of found a way out of it, saying he doesn't know how to write properly. But one of the other girls kind of exposes him, telling out loud that he's just lazy. She's gonna get punished for that, so now he has to write proper reports because she wants them and wants to actually read them. Now, I don't know, are those reports gonna actually provide some useful information for the war? Is it actually gonna last only 2 more years? And she also had a very important question for them, which even themselves they haven't thought about it. What are you guys gonna do after the war? That's a very big question, looking at how this world is set up with them being segregated. Are they gonna be able to become citizens again? Would they want to become after the way they've been treated? And also the big mystery of, is that Legion just an AI now? What are the top brass guys hiding? I don't know, I have so many questions, but this is why I started to get invested into the series. Now, I leave off the questions to you guys. What do you think after the second episode? Are you gonna stick with the series? Let me know down in comments below and what you guys thought about the episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, it helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying 86, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.